Hello everybody and welcome to episode 41 of Cracked Peg. I am your host, Andrew6657. Everybody, on this episode of the show, we're going to start another little thing. We're going to try a segments type of thing. First, on the first segment, is that right? If you can't tell, I haven't written anything for this show. Bootleg Figure of the Week. This week's bootleg figure is this Power Ranger toy I picked up from a kid from school. True story. He, for some reason or another, stole this from one of the other kids. I'm not sure whose it was, so as a consequence, I got to keep it. I guess it's supposed to be a Power Ranger type of character, but, I mean, there's little to no sculpting here. The only articulation is the arms. And if you look closely on these arms, you can see that in the back, they're hollow. That's right, the arms are actually hollow. So there's nothing you can really do in this figure. I think these figures come in a 2-pack at the Dollar Tree store here in San Antonio. I'm not sure if they have Dollar Trees other places. I've seen them in other stores in Texas, other Dollar Trees, but I'm not sure how far that goes. But anyways, here is fake Power Ranger, bootleg toy of the week. I do have more bootleg toys, so keep an eye out for those. I'm not sure what this is. This is a yellow Power Ranger. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's very weak. I think I could probably pop it apart if it wasn't for the 3 screws that are holding it together and its back. But it's probably made out of some bad lead paint too, though. Probably get sick from this paint. There's a little bit of damage on him, but oh, it's a sticker. There's a sticker on there instead of actual paint. Well, that kind of gives me some relief. Anyways, bootleg toy of the week, fake yellow Power Ranger with hollowed arms. As retro toy of the week, I was feeling retro this week. I was reminiscing about old breakfast cereals I used to have when I was a kid. I know we had Batman was probably my favorite breakfast cereal growing up, and it was from the 1989 Tim Burton Michael Keaton Batman, and with the big gold and black logo. It's probably the first Batman I really got into. I was hugely devoted to that movie, and I think it was the first movie I actually saw in a theater too. But anyways, they did release a box cereal, which was kind of novelty, but I loved the cereal. Like I remember just how sweet this cereal was. And it was like Captain Crunch, but it wasn't. I don't know like what separated it from Captain Crunch, but it was like on a higher level than Captain Crunch could ever hope to rise up to. I still love the Captain, don't get me wrong. Every time I eat a bowl of Captain Crunch, I just wish he could be right there with me, eating a bowl, because I know he'd be awesome. You're awesome, Captain Crunch, don't get me wrong. But this Batman cereal, I think it was because the pieces probably had a smoother texture, which I still don't understand. That some of my friends had been saying that that this cereal tore up the roof of their mouth or something. That was, I don't know if it was because of the way it was made or what was in it, but apparently some people got a hold of some bad Batman cereal. Maybe they bought it the week after it expired at Big Lots or something like that. So I do remember Batman cereal. Also, back in our day, we had Nintendo cereal, which was actually half Super Mario and one like column, and then the other column was Link cereal, because they had their own cartoon shows, Mario and Link. So you could get but I think Mario was only like Monday through Thursday, and then you got Link on Friday. And I really didn't care that much for Link the cartoon as a kid, so it was kind of lame. You get all the way to Friday, you get rewarded with Link that I really didn't care about. But that's just between you and me. Other cereals we had were G.I. Joe cereal, which was a lot similar to the Batman cereal. And I wasn't a huge fan of G.I. Joe growing up, but I did have a couple of things like Serpentor, because he was just awesome. But G.I. Joe cereal, awesome as well. So I think because it tasted so much like the Batman cereal, and I was just kind of like, oh, this is Batman cereal. They just broke it up into tiny pieces, so we couldn't tell they were bats. Called it G.I. Joe cereal. So I was onto the plan of those people. But anyways, as for reminiscing about cereals, retro toy of the week, Flying Brian Pillman. That's right. Another addition to my Galoob WCW action figures. I only have a couple. I only have him and Sting. I might have a Scott Steiner back home. I'm not too sure. I think he might be lost somewhere. But this is 1990 WCW Flying Brian Pillman, and the paint's really good on this one too. I got this from my buddy Ron, who runs a toy shop at the Pearland Flea Market just south of Houston. I think it's just right, not even a mile past the tollway, Sam Houston Tollway, just straight down. So it's like Sam Houston Tollway and like 35 north. Is it 35? Might be. I'm not sure. I don't remember the roads in Houston that much anymore. But I can get there when I go back home because that's how I got this bad boy. I got a good deal on Brian Pillman. I think my buddy gave me like $3 for this figure, but it is a great figure. I like to have it in my collection. I did have this growing up. I did, unfortunately lose a lot of my toys when I was 12, but I think a lot of you guys know that. But anyways, great addition to the collection. Alright guys, also on this week, we have a brand new segment called Ask Pitbull. That's right, it's where you guys get a chance to ask Pitbull any question that you want. So for future questions for Pitbull, just leave them in the comments below. Just address them to Pitbull and whatever your question is. But for this week's Ask Pitbull, we have my 16-year-old daughter. Yeah, you didn't know I had a 16-year-old daughter? Me either. Nadine, she's going to be asking a question to Pitbull, so here it is.
I know you want me. You know why do you always have your hair bald? Why don't you grow out your hair? That's my question.
Well, to answer that question, you'd have to think back a long time ago to when Pitbull was just a little puppy. When Pitbull was a little puppy, he had very long, beautiful hairs that everybody liked. And one day, Pitbull met an old man. The old man said, I could have whatever I wanted in my whole life. And I told him I wanted to be the #1 crossover Latin rap superstar in the world. And the old man said, okay, and he said, but first you must give me all your hairs. So I gave the old man all my hairs, and next thing you know, I was Mr. 305, and then I became Mr. Worldwide, and I touched down everywhere, and I don't even play football North Americano. Wow, that was a great segment. Wow, I can't believe that. That was awesome. Who knew that Pitbull knew, Mumra? I didn't know. Anyways, guys, that's all the time we have this week for the show. Don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and buy my toys. And if you want a custom toy, holler at me. Sorry I haven't had stuff on eBay lately, but I have like so many custom orders. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I can't even keep up. That's how many custom orders I've been getting. So I don't really have a lot of stuff on eBay. I'm trying to get a Zack Ryder and a Rey Mysterio on eBay. So if you see those up there, you better get those. Otherwise, you have to contact me personally for some stuff. And I am getting booked quick. So get your orders in for Christmas soon. I will holler at you guys later.